Well, hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peaks Peak. Today, Caden and I are making a major upgrade to our new side-by-side. We think it's gonna be awesome. Hope you enjoy it. So, we decided to go with just the standard size side-by-side, the Kubota RTV XG850. And it is a two-seater, although you can fit 3 people in it. It just has 2 seat belts, so they don't recommend 3 people riding in it. But that being said, there are some options out there for safely hauling more than just 2 people in these side-by-sides. And so I started doing some research on that, and I've got a great product to share with you today that we decided to go with for our side-by-side. Now, I realize that I actually do product videos quite a bit. Some of those product videos are sponsored, and I'm doing them because somebody gave me a product or paid me a little bit to create that video. But when I make a product video, I am looking for things that are relevant to what I do on the homestead or the equipment that I'm using around here. And I try to share things that will be useful to people who watch my videos, because if I'm interested in adding this to my machine, then you may be as well, and you may not know it exists. So that's what I'm trying to do when I share these product videos. Now, this particular jump seat that we decided to go with, this is not a sponsored video. This is the one that I chose to buy off of Amazon, and I will put a link in the description. The only thing I'm getting out of that is if you use the link from my description, then Amazon gives me a little bit of commission for selling products. But they do that on all their products, so it doesn't matter if you buy this one or another jump seat. If you use my link to get there, then I earn some commission for that. All that being said, nobody paid me anything to share what I'm going to share today, and that is we have a jump seat to put in the bed of this side-by-side, and it has seat belts. I think it's just going to be a great addition to this side-by-side. Let's check out how it works, and I'll explain to you why I went with this one. This seat is rated for 500 pounds. That means if you can convince 2 of your 250-pound buddies to climb up in here, you're good to go. At least that's what the manual says. And I may just have to find a couple of them to try it out. But for now, I'm going to, well, I'm home by myself, so I'm going to have to wait until my son gets home, probably tomorrow, and we'll strap him in here and we'll go from there. But you got seat belts, you have quick pins so that you can disconnect this and take it out of the bed, which is what I will probably normally do when we don't have company. I'll take this out and I'll put it in the corner of the garage or wherever, out of the way. If you don't normally use all of your bed space, you actually can even fold the seat up on this. So you could strap all that in. They are bolted with a washer in between so that you can do that. And then this came with straps you can put around this. So you fold it up and you really only lose about a foot of your bed space with it folded up like this. So that's not terrible if you don't want to fool with taking it in and out. You can do that. Another great thing about this particular model, and I didn't know this when I bought it, is that if you mount this seat at the widest possible width, it actually lines up with 2 of the bolt holes that are already in the bed. That works out great. The downside is when you do that, the 2 bolt holes that are on this side are really tight, and if you don't be careful and hold these brackets out just a little bit, then you will end up drilling and coming right up against one of the main supports of the bed rail, and you can't get your big fender washers in there in order to bolt it down the way that it's shown in the manual. We're going to get it out, give somebody a ride in it, try it out, and we'll let you know how that goes. What if I talk my wife into climbing up in there and strapping in? Probably not after I said if you can find you a couple 250-pound buddies. All right, we'll leave that in there for now. I do need to run up to the cabin. So I'm going to sign off for the moment, and I'll get back to you the next time I get somebody to be a guinea pig and hop in the bed and ride around. I almost forgot. One more reason that I got this one is because with kids riding in here, shorter kids, they're actually going to be sitting in here, and it's relatively short. So they're going to be sitting in here with their head down below the roll bar. Now that's not the case for everyone. You still don't want to ride like you're a madman when you have somebody in the bed, because they're not protected like if you bought a 4-seater or 5 or 6-seater side-by-side that has a full roll cage around everything. You gotta keep that in mind. This is for safe, slow transportation up and down the hill and that sort of thing. They do have seat belts and all that, so that works. And this seat is pretty comfortable, especially for smaller kids, which are who are going to be riding in this. This seems like a pretty safe option for hauling some more people, rather than them just hopping in the bed and having no seatbelt or anything like that. I kind of want to avoid getting that started, so I thought that I would start out with a nice option like this and give it a try. All right, Caden, so what do you think? We got a rumble seat. You know what a rumble seat is? My dad had an old Ford Model A and it had a rumble seat, and we would take it in parades and stuff sometimes. Man, it was cool to ride in the rumble seat. It was like a seat out in the back of the car that was out in the open, also known as a jump seat. So, Caden, you wanna go for riding the jump seat?
Yeah, I'm gonna eject.
All right, well get in there and buckle up. Yeah, slide over into your spot. Got you snugged up good. All right, you ready to roll?
Yeah.
All right. How's it feel? It's scary. I like how I can see his head does not stick up above the roll bar. He's 5'1", so that gives you an idea. All right, Caden, what do you think of your first jump seat ride?
For the first one, it was kind of scary.
Kind of scary, huh? Was it a decent ride? Better than just riding loose in the bed, isn't it? You got a cushy seat and a seat belt.
But it's warm down there.
Down away from the wind?
Yeah, and the engine's right there, so
yeah.
It's toasty.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
But yeah,
well,
I do like it.
Well, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. Caden's driving, and here we go. Now, Caden, take her easy. I'll guarantee you he's gonna knock my head off with a tree branch.
Another one who signed up.
I did. I'm gonna have to duck down here just a little bit. We don't really actually stick up. I think the roof sticks up higher than our head. I might get a little car sick riding backwards like this. Caden, you think you could get Nana to ride back here? This kind of reminds me of riding in the bed of a pickup truck when I was a kid. I can tell you right now, I didn't get motion sick when I was a kid. I get motion sick now. I wouldn't want to go too far like this. But actually with the seatbelt here, and then your feet are like right up against the tailgate, it ain't too bad. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And don't forget, get outside and enjoy God's creation. It's beautiful out here. Y'all have a good day.